15 degrees, you can see your breath. Out here in the lake effect, breaking tables like it's poetry. Where else would you rather be? Pinto on Elvis in the lay poncho. The members that you need to know. 'Cause once you out here now, your family. Where else would you rather be? Where else would you rather be?
Welcome into the Nickel City Crew. I am your host, Rob Crippen. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Nickel City Crew. This episode, along with all of our episodes, are presented by Crippen Legacy Entertainment here on Spreaker and StreamYard. We're so glad that you're joining us for some of your Buffalo Bills and NFL content again today. And as always, these are my Bills thoughts said out loud.
It's a vibe so ridiculous. Since 12 plus 83 was 6. The shout rocking like a symphony. Where else would you rather be?
All right, let's get straight to it. Really excited for tonight's episode. If you have been following Nickel City Crew for any amount of time, and our lifers go back to the beginning, this is my favorite time outside of actual football games. It's my favorite day. Yesterday was. It's just and the leaks kind of ruin it a little bit and stuff like that because we just can't as a society get enough. So everything's got to come out days before. But man, yesterday was fun just because of the fact that you get a chance to plan. You get a chance to figure out exactly what you're going to be doing, when you're going to be doing it. And that I know there's just not only my co-host, but so many members of the Mafia feel the same way. Joining me tonight, as always, riding shotgun, my co-host, Adam Dump Truck Rupsick. Check him out on Instagram and Twitter at Adam Rupsick, RUPCZYKTGIFDT. What's good, man? Holla at the crew.
Nickel City. What's up, Rob? What's up, Nickel City? Friday night. We're back, baby. Schedule out the Christmas of the spring. Let's call it the Christmas of the spring. We wait for it. It's highly anticipated. The leaks come out. You kind of know what you're going to get for Christmas sometimes, but sometimes you're surprised. And, we got it. Really, it wasn't, leak finalized technically until 3-4 o'clock p.m. So it was a few hours ahead. And credit to you, Rob, for really hitting it. You're like, I'm not until it strikes 8. That's the schedule. And I agree. You're right.
That's it.
But we're antsy. We're ready to get into it and see what this year has to bring. At the end of the day, it's our path to the first Super Bowl, to the parade, to what we want at Nickel City Crew, to what we want at Bills Mafia, to everything. So this is the start of it. We've been blessed this year with the Sabres kind of helping us bridge that gap where it hasn't felt as long and we haven't been as antsy, but shit. I mean, yesterday I was as giddy as ever to wait for this to come out. A lot of plans, like we said, a lot of excitement. It kind of opens up. I mean, the group chats, we have the big banging on the tailgate group chat, like things started popping off once the schedule starts going. You get that rowdiness around you with the Mafia and like the excitement's back.
Yeah.
Like you get to taste again what you're about to get into for the next, 7-8 months. And I can't wait, baby. I can't wait. Let's go. Schedule 2026, the road to the Super Bowl. Roll to the bowl.
I love it, man. I love it. I love your energy. And it is exactly why, I was talking with somebody on Twitter. They were, I was like, this is the most important day because somebody was like, oh, it shouldn't be a day. It shouldn't be an event. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it is the most important day outside of actual games because the fact of everything we just talked about. And it makes it even more special because we're going into that new stadium and the new Ralph or new Highmark, whatever you want to call it. I know we'll come up with a catchy name down the road, but for now, DT, I mean, it's such a special season because of the fact that 1973 was a long time ago. Like the Ralph is all we've ever known, and then obviously for that previous generation, they've got War Memorial right there on Jefferson and Best. But outside of that, like this is, historic. This is something that you'll share with your family. That we'll talk about the home opener in a minute, but as we go through the schedule. But like this is a big deal in respects to Buffalo Bills history and the history of the Mafia going into that new stadium and such a great palace and how it looks, DT. It kind of just adds all to it because this is really a special. We're a part of history right now.
A beautiful part of history. You'll get a token when you go in for the first one. And, God willing, you're at the last, like people just got the last stadium, they had the token when they went in and they got that token at that last game. And, a few months ago in January. And like, it's history, it's generations. I mean, we're here right now because we're
Yeah,
generational Bills fans of it passed down to us and what it means. And yeah, it just
that's right.
gets us. This is the first step of getting. I mean, the draft is there, but this is the first real step. Like, okay, now this is what ball is for the 26-27 season, and the schedule just it's awesome. It's I this the Christmas of the spring. It's historic. You're right. That's I got into that thought recently that this season means a lot.
Yeah, man, it really does, and I can't wait to get it started. Well, we'll go through it, DT and I. Thanks for joining us. We see you guys out there on Twitter and the other spaces, Instagram. We appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Listen, we'll go through it. DT and I every year we'll break down the schedule, and then at the end we'll give our predictions. Sometimes we sound more ridiculous than other times, but hindsight's 2020. So it's a situation where we'll just we'll lay it out there
Have
on
we
the
been
line.
keeping track,
I had
Rob? Did we keep
no,
track?
I
I don't
know
know
I
if we
need
kept
to.
track.
I need to. Because now I'll have to go back because we've been doing it so long where we need to
Yeah.
see how off we were. Because I know some years
Yeah.
you're more optimistic than I am, and then sometimes I'm on the lower end when they exceed expectations. So we'll see. Listen, the Bills are featured. Bills Mafia. If you don't know, we've got 7 like standalone games. You've got 3 different sets of 4:30 games, and you've got 2 holidays. That's just amazing. So we'll go through it. Week 1. The Bills are on the road, as we already know. We're going to be opening up the new Highmark Stadium against the Lions week 2. But week 1, it comes out. Heading down to Texas, baby. Everything's bigger in Texas, including that great defense that they've got. And it's funny because you play the Texans 1 o'clock CBS to start the year. That's actually Bobby's birthday, my king, DT. You didn't know that. That's your nephew's birthday. So it's crazy. DT, we've got some horror stories to tell from going down to Houston. We know all about it, starting with the playoffs some years back, but that was before Josh even took off. And then after that, we've got some wounds now after facing against those guys these last couple of years. And unfortunately, last year was a really bad showing.
We talked the boogeyman with Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs in these years, but 17 and the boys never been able to go down to H-Town and get the dub. That obviously, like you mentioned, that horrible wild card loss where Josh ripped it over the top of his head, and all the way down to a few more losses where he literally went to sleep 2 years ago on the field, and then
Yeah.
came back last year and got sacked 8 times. So it's scary to say the least, but you go into week 1 knowing that can't happen. You can't start the year off with Josh Allen going to sleep on the field. You can't start the year off with Josh Allen getting sacked 8 times. So
No, that wouldn't
that's
be
that's a
ideal.
whole off season to put in some protection packages, put in another running back, whatever you got to do to keep these boys as upright as possible week 1. But yeah, it's a freaky place. Josh has never won there, which in my confidence in the glass half full is the homer and rose colored glasses I am, Rob. It's an opportunity. Probability says he's about to go
Mhm.
in there and lay an ass whooping. So we're gonna hope for that week 1, but it's a scary place. It's a scary place. It's not just they get beat. Josh Allen gets killed.
Yeah, man, it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good down there. And like I said, we've got some crazy wounds. And, I think about that game we lost by a field goal a couple years ago. You know what I mean? And I'm like, and that was the game when we played like shit the entire day, but still had a chance to win it. And I remember the frustration when we came back to do that episode. And I was thinking about that last night when I was looking at the schedule. I
Yeah,
was like, man,
he went 9
we
for
don't have a lot of
31.
good.
9 for 31
Yeah,
that day.
that might have been his worst game as a pro, outside of some games of the
Yeah.
rookie year sprinkled in. And I was like, man, we don't have a lot of fun stories to tell about the trips down to Houston. But once again, we'll head down there and we'll do our best and see what happens with Bills with this new 2026 team and all the draftees and all those guys. So we'll see what it goes as the Joe Brady era begins. Now, week 2, we've already talked about it. Everybody knows, again, the home opener. It's Thursday night. Now, it's funny because I wanted to get into you. Listen, we'll talk about the Lions in a second. What is your initial thought on it? Because DT, I know you don't follow Buffalo Twitter all the time, the Mafia Twitter. It was burning to the ground in respects to how many people were complaining about the fact that it was on a Thursday and this and that. Here's before I get your opinion, how I talked about it on Twitter is that we're gonna have a blast either way. We're gonna have a fucking blast. Like, it's the home opener of our brand new stadium, so we're gonna have a blast. The fact that it's a school night, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Any other night is going to be a school night. You do it Sunday night, that's technically a school night. You do it Monday night, that's a school night. So I don't want to hear about that. And then in respect to the fact that people were talking about how we're not, oh man, we don't get the spotlight that we deserve. they're going to talk about us all day long. NFL Network, I think, just merged with ESPN. So whatever shows they've got, they'll send those guys down. They'll be at the Ralph. They'll be on location in Orchard Park. What are we complaining about? We'll be featured all day long. Every show will be live there. And I think that it'll culminate in a wonderful kickoff to the new Ralph. Like, I just think that it's going to, everybody's complaining. And sometimes I feel people complain. Like,
Sure,
we're going to have a
but
fucking blast, man. Whatever day. People are going to take off from work on Friday. Like, it's not a big deal.
it's a holiday. We always talk about the opener being a holiday no matter what. If it's a Sunday 1:00 game, you're probably still taking off the next day just because it is such a anticipated event. But Rob, we could have opened up the season at home if you go to the Super Bowl and win it. We haven't done it, so this is what we get. We get the week 2 opener to have the new stadium. And as a fan, I'm just excited to get in there, right? So I wanted it to be week 1 for sure. But if it's not week 1, I understand the business behind it, right? It's week 1 still has the pageantry of NFL coming back, and there's all the games, and everybody's getting their Sunday ticket and their quad boxes set up in their house. Nobody's really focusing in on one game. They're focusing in on football, and it being back and oh yes, let's go. We're back. Let's ready to rock all week long in week 1. And then now, okay, football has started. Your fantasy lineups are set. You're in the mode now. Right out of the gate to start week 2, you got a great matchup in the Bills and Lions under the lights. The red eyes on the Buffalo be blowing smoke when we're out there getting, taking our pictures, making the content, ready to go for the first ass kicking. The first party in the new Highmark Stadium is going to be that night. And in the business side, it's this most standalone. It's not the Sunday night. We weren't getting the Sunday night game again, even though it was epic on the comeback with Baltimore last year, but you aren't getting back-to-back Sunday night home openers. That's just not how it works. Right. We didn't deserve the Wednesday opener for the Super Bowl because we didn't go. And, and here you are. So this is the next best thing, I think, when it comes to that. I'm going to be ready for it. It's basically that week, that you're definitely taking off Thursday, you're definitely taking off Friday, but you're probably taking off Monday anyway. So it's one extra day, but in reality, it's a full 4-day weekend now because you got the Saturday and Sunday behind it too. So I love it as a fan. I want it. I just want to get in there as soon as possible, right? So I want it to be week 1. But if it isn't week 1, I understand the business behind it. And this is the next best thing to have all the spotlight on you. Literally nothing else. People are now in football mode and they want to see this new stadium, and all eyes are going to be on it. 8:20. It's the drug, Rob. It's the drug. Everybody gets their first hit week 1, and they're itching to get back that Thursday night. So it's going to be viewership. Buffalo, the Bills are America's team. Let's be real. Everybody wants to see Josh Allen do it. And it's going to be lit that Thursday night. I love it. I understand everything behind it. I think the NFL and Pagula came together on this one to
they wanted to be in prime time. Yeah, they demanded. I'm sure they demanded. We built this damn stadium for you guys. Kept the team in the region. We want to be featured. So it was just going to be a matter of, like you said, it was never going to be Sunday night. So maybe it's week 1, Monday night football. Okay, fine. You're doing it week 2. There is no difference to me, like I said, between Thursday prime time and Monday night. Only other difference is that, like you said, everybody's gotten their football fixed by that time. By Monday, people are dragging ass trying to, fix their parlays and all their mistakes from the weekend. I mean, it's all good, man. Thursday, we'll start it off. We'll kick it off. Now, the Lions, interesting matchup, DT, just because of the fact that I was thinking, and we'll go through them quickly, these next games, but they kind of parallel us in a little way. They have gotten good out of the blue. And all of a sudden, they've got some traction. They've got the right coach and different things like that. They've got the right culture for you culture people out there. But DT, they haven't been able to get over the hump. It's going to be interesting because it kind of seemed like they took a step back last year. We unfortunately, fortunately for Bills Mafia, we haven't taken a step back in respects to our excellence. We just haven't been able to get over the hump as well. So it'll be interesting because they weren't as good as they've been. And you wonder sometimes if those windows close on some teams. And they, that San Francisco game, it was right there for them. They had everything in front of them. And that feels like a long time ago. It feels like a long time ago.
Exactly. And they're a little newer onto the scene, but very similar trajectory. And they got the skill players that are scary. So that's why we're there, though, Rob. That's why we're there in the Mafia to see if they say in the best home field advantage in the league. That was the number one reason behind this new stadium is the best home field advantage in the league. So we're gonna see Thursday night how loud it really gets in there. Because we'll whatever the max is, we're putting it at it, obviously. So
we'll set Guinness records week 2 for sure. Now, Bills play 3 straight games Bills Mafia, to start that slate after that trip to Houston. After that, we've got 1 o'clock on Fox. You've got the Chargers, and it's funny because the Chargers, a little parallel. The parallel is that they always, what do they call it? The Chargers are being the Chargers. They're chargering, but they've got a quarterback who is uber talented, and he gets compared a lot to our guy in Justin Herbert and DT. Mike McDaniel, we talked about it when we were talking about the coach search before Brady gets the job. I wasn't going to be mad about it because I would have been embracing the offensive acumen. I would have been embracing all of the different types of schemes and the motions and different things like that he puts out there. Yes, he's a little quirky. It didn't matter to me. DT, if him and Herbert can get things clicking, they also have weapons where they could be a dangerous team come, December, January.
This is a nice game. I like in
'Cause they got that
Buffalo, right?
defense.
I mean, I'm glad we
Mhm.
play the Rams. If we had to pick Rams or Chargers who were playing out there, I'd rather play the Rams out there 10 out of 10 times. This is a nice game to get the Chargers here, a budding team with a lot of power, and these young, with Harbaugh and the coaches that really are creative and different, and you don't want them to get in their bag at their home stadium. Like, it's going to be tough for them, especially off a mini bye week, and that's another nice little, yes, you're in prime time, you're moving around a little bit, but you got to take
Right.
advantage of the little breaks this schedule gives you, and that's what it is. Right
Absolutely.
after week 2, yes, 2 hard games right out of the gate, but then you get a week and a half off, and you're staying in your own bed the whole time until another good team comes again across the country. 1 o'clock game, it's 10 o'clock, their time,
1
whatever.
o'clock.
It's
Yeah.
it's
That's
yeah,
good. That's good.
so it's right up in them with a week and a half off. I'd like to see a team like this that could be scary, that could get you, in one of those weird, like, week 11 games. You're in the Chargers and, like, you can't get anything going and they beat the brakes off you. You avoid
Right.
that, I think, with the factors that flow into it. 1 o'clock, week and a half off. A budding team isn't going to get budding with the best, with the high mark going for the second ever game in it.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
lot of people are
No,
going to be,
I like
are
it.
going to get priced out of this opener, Rob, and be at that. Okay, well, then I'm going to the first 1 o'clock game. Like, this is
Yeah.
basic. This is an opener too. This is a
Yeah, that's
double
true.
opener type of situation.
Yeah, we might have to talk about that too down the road because I got some interesting news on that last night in respects to who wants to come. Everybody wants to come, so we've got news for that in the tailgate report. Now, 1 o'clock, DT, the next week, the final of those three straight, home games. Patriots. I mean, nothing else needs to be said. Won the division, took it from you last year, whether it be fluky or not, whether it be something that we don't want to necessarily respect or not. You have to respect the final results. The final results say that they beat you. They beat you on tiebreakers, but they beat you head to head when it mattered most, which got you in the situation that you were in. And they went all the way to the Super Bowl. Yes, we can all call their schedule last year fugazi. I can't wait to shit on Patriots fans on Twitter and tell them about themselves and about, hey, welcome to our world with playing this first place schedule. I think that they will regress. Obviously, we don't even need to talk about the Vrabel stuff because we've already talked about that and what that distraction might be or might not be. DT, early first division matchup of the year. This is a game at home. You need to rectify that white out last year. Go ahead and take care of business because this is a team that they're not better than us. I don't think that they are. Last year, the chips just fell and they won the division. You can't take it from them.
We looking before this game, you're in, with you got to expect Houston and the Chargers to be playoff teams, this year,
Oh, yeah,
and so
I do.
we're counting single wins towards the end of the year for a division, for a home game, for traveling and getting hurt in the playoffs and missing by that
Yes.
inch every year. We talk about this
Yes.
shit every year,
Yes.
and
Mhm.
so it's the playoff games, the AFC matchups before this Patriots game. Like, okay, you got playoff, and now your division game. Like, the division don't matter if you don't not getting those dubs earlier in the division to have that conference record anyway.
That's
So
right.
I
That's right.
think it's you got to set up those games. This is a big one, but you have to treat it like not as a more like it's just your playoff contender. You're battling for jockeying for position when you have the Patriots come to you week 4. So it's the last game in that 3-game homestand that really showcase. Let's call it 3 openers, right? You can't go to the Thursday night game. Well, then go to the 1 o'clock. Then go to the 1 o'clock Patriots. You got 3 chances to get into the opener of whatever before they ever go away again. So
That's right.
Uh, Want to beat the brakes off them, get the crown back, the division back. I mean, that was kind of BS last year. You got to go through, you lose in the divisional, whatever. We did get through the wild card, but we would have still had to travel. If you win the wild card and still had to go to Denver or whatever, or New England, but you got to win. You got to win the divisional games, and I think the playoff stature games before this
Hmm.
is going to be something to get ready for. Now those conference wins and losses are going to matter big time when you're
Hmm.
one or two losses away with New England in week 15.
No, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, there's no way to undersell it. That's how they beat us last year, is the fact that they had the tiebreakers. They had the more conference wins and different things like that when it came down to tiebreakers after the split. So it's important. Now, DT, one of the things about the Bills and about the fact that you talked about it, you actually spoke on it earlier in the show, is that the schedule, we move around and stuff like that. We're one of the darlings of the NFL. We're one of the featured teams. Part of that is being moved around the schedule and playing on prime time game, Monday Night Football. The next week, DT, week 5, it's the Rams, and I mean, you're going out there to SoFi. We love that stadium, how beautiful it is. We've talked about it on the show before. DT, this is my Super Bowl favorite. If I want the Bills to win the Super Bowl every single year. If we don't win it, I think that this is the team in my mind is most likely to win it. I think they're going to beat Seattle last year. They just had some freak shit happen. You know what I mean? That one 2-point conversion in the regular season, that shit mattered. Like, it turned out that actual game mattered in respects to how the seedings worked, and everything would be different. They're legit, man. I mean, they're reigning MVP. They're legit
Yeah,
to me.
the
They're
best,
the
the last two MVPs, the last two
Yeah.
MVPs facing off. Is the Super Bowl in SoFi? Super Bowl SoFi this year? Is
Is it?
that
I don't know.
fact check?
You're asking
Nickel
you're
City
asking the
Crew.
wrong
I don't
guy.
know. I don't know. No, it's on
Somebody help
Valentine's
us
Day,
out.
but anyway,
Yeah.
SoFi. So the what I can hang hat on is 17's never had a bad game in this place. We opened up the
No,
season, a few years ago. That was electric when we beat the brakes off them, and then
with Von.
the what was it, 52-48 or whatever it was when Josh Allen was wearing the Grinch Kobe cleats,
Yeah.
and put up what 6 touchdowns that one, yeah, 3 rush,
Mhm.
three pass. So
Yeah.
17 comes ready to play in SoFi, Monday Night Ball, prime time again. We ready to rock. How about all our NFC opponents being in prime time? All
Yeah,
of them.
man. That really? Oh, wow.
All
Yeah,
of them.
yeah. I'm looking down. You're right. Every single one. That is kind
That's
of freaky. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah,
NFC prime time,
but then
baby.
again, that speaks to your point. The Bills travel, like like
Yeah.
in respects to like the weight travels. Now I know the Mafia travels literally, but like we
No.
we
Yeah.
we we carry weight in this
Well,
league, man.
and
We
the
carry
second
we
prime time
carry weight.
Rams have the most in 7, and we have 6. We're the two most prime time teams, with the
Oh,
Rams
look at that. I
and
didn't even
the
know
Bills.
that.
So that makes sense that you'd play each other, obviously, based on those numbers. But yeah, it never had a bad night out in SoFi for 17, and then the
I
world's going
like
to
it.
see it. So you might as well go have 6 touchdowns and score 50 again.
I love it. I have no objections. Now, the next week, Bills have back-to-back away games. So it's the Rams on Monday night. Then they will travel to Vegas for 25 CBS game, and it's interesting because who knows if Mendoza's in there by then or if it's still too early in the year and it's Cousins. Either way, a situation where a team that made a lot of changes, they've done a lot of revamping and upgrading. It sounds great on paper. I liked, again, back to the coach shirts. I like Kubiak as an idea. I didn't think that was a bad idea at all. I like his tree where he comes from and his dad and stuff like that, and the boots, the actions, and getting the quarterback on the move. DT, I don't expect them to beat the Bills, but I do, I expect a more competitive Raiders this year. I really do. I like the coach. I think it stops with that.
I mean, exhale though a little, Bills Mafia. I mean, give respect to the Raiders. They did get better. Their coach got better. They got the number 1 overall pick at quarterback, sure, but they're still far off from being successful, I think. And
It still takes
you
some
you
time.
gotta
Mhm.
think like that with this schedule. We just went through some dogs. The
Oh, the
first,
first,
what are
the
we at?
first, yeah, the
What
first
are we?
5 games are ridiculous. Yeah, the first
We're in
5
week
games are
6
ridiculous.
right now. We're in week 6 right now, and this is like the first game. You're like, okay, like a team that's like kind of booty cheeks. So like it's like that's a long time. That's a month and a half before you can like really be going into a Sunday kind of feeling okay. And I mean, the only game you might play with a young quarterback, every other quarterback on this schedule is seasoned. So that's one you look forward to. I think the Mafia role, will want to see Vegas. It's like one of those,
Yeah, sure. It's a
landmark
great
cities to go to and see it. It's
destination.
expensive, obviously, but good to go out there and see the Bills play in a beautiful new stadium. So it's it's the only one in the first 6 weeks you can say, whew, and I respect it. They did get better, but I exhale on this one, and you need this one mixed in there because it's tough.
Yeah, no, the first 5 games are no joke. They were talking about on the radio this morning, 3-2, you'll take it. I had to raise my hand as I'm driving to work. I'm like, hell yeah, I would take 3-2. Like it's a tough first 5 for sure. So again, Raiders 425. We'll do our predictions at the end of the episode, as always on schedule. Release date. Now, tonight's episode is presented by Buffalo Fanbase, the official Bills Mafia podcast network that DT and I simulcast on. Listen, head on over to Buffalo Fanbase. They've got great content creators. Again, salute as always to the General Justice Radford. They've got great content creators, man. The K Gun Report. All listen, man. We've been on different shows and stuff like that. They've got great content. Check them out, and you won't be upset that you did, because you'll get some good feedback on the Bills. Now, also tonight's episode is presented by I-86 Network. Shout out to my boy Tom Wujek. Bobby Hansen running a great site over there at I-86. Listen, they've got the Sabres covered. We'll cover it at the tailgate report. They got the Sabres covered for you. They got all the fights covered for you. Listen, head on over there to I-86 Network. They will get you hooked up as well, and keep you, hopefully Sabres. Hopefully play. Hopefully I'm still wearing this hat next week, DT. How about that? We'll save that for the tailgate report. Now, bye week Bills Mafia after the Raiders game, coming out of the bye week at home, 1:00. Lamar Jackson, the Ravens coming to town. And, what else can you say other than the fact that we own them in the play? It's kind of Chiefs Bills. We beat them in the regular season, and then we can't get them in the playoffs. Doesn't really matter when our matchups are in the regular season. When it comes playoff time, the Bills own the Ravens, and that's just the way that it is. So it'll still be a fun game. And obviously last year you talked about it, the home opener to start the season was amazing and electric with the comeback. But DT, you don't, like I said, you're not on Bill's Twitter, man. The Ravens fans are some of the most obnoxious fans, and the Lamar lovers are some of the most obnoxious. I'd love to be able to just knock them down a peg in our new home, man, because they get on my nerves for sure.
1 o'clock game. I think there's something to be said about that, right, Rob? Like this is just old school Buffalo Bills 1 o'clock kick ball, and against a team that you would think would be in a different slot, with especially the showing they give in this, not the same stadium, but in the same, couple hundred yards of each other last year, and one of the best games of all time in NFL history. So Sean McDermott was 9-0 out of the bye, but that also means Josh Allen was 8-0 out of the bye because he had that
Right.
1 year off. So hopefully
Right.
Joe Brady's 1-0 out of the bye as we get to a team that's feisty, that's tough, that you're kind of scared and be the boogeyman, but we always figure out a way to knock them in. So have a full week to prepare. They have a tough game. I think they got a pretty tough game before ours, I think. I'd have to
Okay.
look at theirs, but they got to play the week before. So it's it's
Yeah,
how
they
I
play the
want it.
Bengals. They play the Bengals
I
like a divisional game. They play the Bengals.
good. So they play the Bengals the week before, then they gotta come to Buffalo off the bye.
Yeah.
People, it's gonna be a rowdy environment. That goes without saying. But the you want the Chiefs or the Ravens after a bye? I'd say my top two after a bye, and we got the Ravens. So we'll take it 1 p.m. Old school Bills
Yeah,
Mafia.
new coach, new offensive
Yep.
system. So a lot of changing parts there with Jesse Minter coming in there. So we'll see what happens. Now, again, as DT alluded to, I didn't even notice till he said it. NFC games are all primetime. Listen, DT, Minnesota is in a situation where, listen, man, it's a situation where it's funny because you never can count your chickens before you hatch. Before they hatch, and they were so sure JJ McCarthy's going to be the guy, and they pick him 10th. And a lot of people are like, he's barely played any college football, and he played in a run-heavy system at Michigan, and he was a national championship with Harbaugh, but he hasn't been tested. And last year was atrocious for him before the injuries took hold. They go out, they get Kyler Murray. You know what I mean? You could tell that Justin Jefferson, when we were talking about the offseason, Justin Jefferson is not happy. I know he's not. They go out and get him a real quarterback in respects to somebody that actually can deliver the football. I think he wins the job. I think we'll be seeing him on Monday Night Football, November 9th, DT. Bills in Minnesota at their beautiful place as well. It'll be interesting. This is a different team. Their defense is so fucking legit, that if they ever get the offense
Yeah.
right, they could be a big problem. They could. Their
Well,
defense is legit.
Well, props to the Vikings in that of they really are on paper on roster a very solid team. Their defense with Flores
Very
is
good.
aggressive and strong, and
Yeah.
offensively they have Jordan Addison and JJ, a tough combo. They just added Juwan Jennings, who is a starting wide receiver one in fantasy platforms all the last 2 or 3 seasons, and now you add him
Yeah.
to a Vikings team where yes, Kyler Murray, say what you will, but he got D Hop the ball. He can sling it if he's stands up and is protected, and defensively they're strong. So credit to the Vikings there. That big primetime game. Biggest one on the schedule, I say, for me, for DT and the squad here. We got, Kyle Page, our lovely lifelong Nickel City crew, but diehard Vikings fans. And
Right.
I've been to many with them before. And now this is a big year for us because now the Bills go. So we've been planning this for years. We're waiting and waiting, waiting. When do we go? When are we going to play the Vikings? And this is perfect. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, out of all obligations, when things kind of settle down, a great primetime night in Minneapolis. The stadium is awesome. It's going to be, I think, a lot of Bills fans going to be there, but the Vikings fans get rowdy. It's a ruckus environment. So really looking forward to this one. Top one on the schedule. This is what we were waiting, like we're a couple weeks ago. Like when's the schedule? We got to get this right. We got to, and we are already boom. Airbnb's already in. We're already in. We're already on that. Like we were waiting for this, ready to go. Can't
Yeah.
wait. I've been to Minnesota. It's a good time. I can't wait to bring Bills Mafia there and and get into it now and see what we're made of. We have this thing. They say they've never lost when I've gone with them to any Vikings game. They've never lost. So
Really.
it's gonna hold true. It's either the Bills win, and technically I've never lost, or they hold true and they get me because I went. So I'll be first to
That's
say it,
funny.
Nickel City crew. If I ruin it, I'm sorry, but
Yeah,
I
you're the
can't wait to
jinx
go to
man.
Minnesota. It's a
It's your fault.
cool town, good city. Similar like the blue collar cold town,
Hmm.
like Buffalo, and we're gonna go up there and see what we can do. This where Josh Allen did the hurdle his rookie year, like coming over
Right.
the
Anthony
people that where he
Barr.
came, where he started getting on posters was in Mini, and that
That's right.
stadium, if you've never seen it, is one of a
It's
kind,
beautiful. Yeah.
outstanding, like incredible. And November 9th's not too cold, so easy enough to get up there. But this is number one on my schedule, Rob. Not to really the standings or the whatever, but
I
this
know
was
what
the
you
one
mean
I was looking
personally.
forward to the most, and we're excited about it. So Bills Mafia, you had in a mini, let us know. But we're gonna be out there doing it right.
Yeah,
Week
man. I,
9.
I ain't mad at you. Like I said, unless they lose, then I'll blame you and say it's your fault. Like Gronk at the game the other day, or whoever banged the
Yeah, yeah,
drum.
yeah.
Josh banged the drum and we lost. So listen, I won't blame you unless I have to. But other than that, I know you're going to have a blast out there. Now, next 2 weeks, the Bills are back on the road. So you've got the Ravens game coming out of the bye. Then you've got 2 back-to-back away games. You got Monday Night Football, like we just talked about, against the Vikings, and then you travel to the Meadowlands. You go see the Jets, and they're revamped. And we'll quickly go over these next 2 games, DT, because the Jets are revamped with Geno Smith, but they do have some weapons. I laugh. I'm not, laughing at that, but they draft that receiver Connell Tate, right? And they've got. I just don't trust Geno anymore. I think that he peaked in Seattle beforehand, and I think that his best days are behind him. I think they're reaching, but again, they're playing for the future, just like the Bills' next opponent that week. The next week after, the Bills will be hosting the Dolphins again. Team in transition. Now they are clearly tanking for that new quarterback class. But both of them signed their running backs, which was funny to see. Brees Hall got paid the other day
Yeah.
way more than Jimbo, and then right before that, HN got paid a whole bunch of money. And it's funny because, I mean, when you see a team that's openly tanking, obviously you can look over them in the schedule and not pay them any attention. I don't think that that's wrong to do, DT. I think that those should be 2 wins. We'll talk about the actual predictions later, but listen, on the road to the Jets, back home against Miami, both 1:00.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey man, just clockwork. Just do your job. Get out
As
of there
routine as
healthy.
it gets.
Yeah, get out of there healthy. Let's
As
go, man. These
routine as
teams are
it
not
gets.
trying to win.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about you got to find your exhale points, especially when you're a primetime team like the Bills. You got to find your exhale points. This is a big one. You gotta exhale through these 2 divisional games. You need these divisional
Yes.
games because
Yes.
of all the other crazy teams you're playing this year. So
Yeah.
take care of business, beat the brakes. I mean, the Jets, I'll never believe in them no matter what. I don't even care if we get beat by them for the next 5 years in a row. I will never believe in the Jets. And the Dolphins, Rob, you said it a couple weeks ago about tanking. I was like, well, they got Malik Willis, and then
No, they're
I
fucking
looked at their
tanking.
roster, dude.
Tanking like hell.
I can't name a single player on their defense. I don't know a guy. I don't know anybody on the roster. I looked through it. I don't know. I mean,
I
the
think it's
St.
still
Louis
Baker the linebacker.
Battlehawks
Baker the
get some
linebacker. I
burn.
think they still
Oh,
have Baker.
Dotson.
Yeah, and
Dotson plays
Robinson.
from.
They got Chop Robinson. They've got. I think they still have
Okay,
Baker.
all right. So
The
2.
linebacker.
So yeah, it is incredible how bad that roster is. So yeah, that's 2 tank teams. Take advantage. Find your exhale points, and screw these squads. Screw these squads.
Yeah, man, I'm not worried about either. I take that back. The Jets are probably not tanking per se because Aaron Glenn's trying to save his job, but they're not going to be mad
Even
if they have a
better.
high draft pick.
Even better. They'll try.
Everybody's
They'll try
about.
to go 4-13. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, that quarterback class is highly coveted. So it seems like both of those teams are positioning themselves to be ready for it. Now, the next week, the annual, what is it, death, taxes, Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. So you've got, and it's interesting because Thanksgiving, it's getting a lot of play and it's both ways. I just don't get it, man. Listen, Bills, NBC, 8:20 on Thanksgiving night, like Turkey Day night. Like I personally, DT, this is me. I know there's tons of Mafia members on Twitter talking shit. I don't have any problem mixing my holidays with the Bills. To me personally, I don't even know how it can get any fucking better than that. Like, like I have no idea. Like, what is it? Like, what does it mean?
Literally the best.
Now, right. Well, I guess to the, we used to be season ticket holders. This will be our first year that we're not in a long, long time. I mean, okay, so you got to get out there. You got to come up with different plans. Listen, man, who gives a shit? Like, so we're transitioning Thanksgiving to the Ralph, like, or to the parking lot. Like, who cares? Fry a turkey and bring all the fixings, and then you can have leftovers on Friday, on Black Friday. Like, nothing is being sacrificed. Everything is only being enhanced by the Bills being on Thanksgiving. I love it, man. You still get your Turkey Day dinner for those that are not going to the game. And then what are you're eating your pies and your cobblers and stuff like that late at night and watching the Bills trying to stay awake. I don't know what's wrong with that at all.
Yeah,
it's
amazing. And have you not been around this group of Mafia? Have you not been around the last 3 times they played on Thanksgiving and it was freaking electric?
Belt to ass.
I mean, Rob, when you literally went once in Detroit, that was one of the best experiences of your life.
I loved it.
The Cowboys game was like the most inspirational. Josh Allen coming to the forefront of stardom, realistically, in front of everybody. The host to Stephon Diggs on a torn MC, whatever he had in his elbow,
I was
and then
freaking the fuck out.
And then you beat the brakes off the Saints. You beat the brakes off the Saints in the night game. The Bills on Thanksgiving are amazing. They just kill teams or win in good games. So it's why I love it. But the go back Nickel City Crew. You want to see some shit. Go back week 6. Look at the page. Let's look at that poultry drop when we're down in Charlotte. And you want to talk about Thanksgiving? There it is right there. That bitch was juicy. So you want another juicy ass Thanksgiving? Here we are, night 8:20. Get that juiced up all day. Get down to the lot and watch the Bills play the Chiefs in a great game. I mean, obviously.
And then if you're at home, nothing changes. You can still have your dinner at 2 o'clock,
of course,
3
and
o'clock,
you have
4
your
o'clock,
noon and your 4. But the night game usually stinks on Thanksgiving, and you're tired and whatever. But like this is like not even being a Bills homer here. Like the world is going to be like, oh shit. Bills Chiefs tonight, like like
it's
that's
gonna be a perfect way to end Turkey Day.
I think this is going to be the most viewed Thanksgiving night game they've ever had in this situation because it's quiet on Thanksgiving night. And yes, the Bills, they did play the one time, but it was the Saints, and and they beat them by 30. This is legit Mahomes versus Josh on Thanksgiving when Thanksgiving's over. Like that, it's juicy. It's juicy.
It's juicy. Yeah, that'll have to be the name of the
episode. If you say she's burnt, you don't know nothing about frying a turkey.
She's juicy. I love it, man. Yeah, I don't get it, and I'm not disparaging again any members of the Mafia that go out to the game and they say it's a hassle, stuff like that. Like I would love to still be in Buffalo, and then I would be able to go on Thanksgiving. Like that would be like, I don't know. They're just I can't think of anything better than that. It's because Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. I don't enjoy Christmas that much. I do it for the kids and stuff like that. Like Thanksgiving is my favorite holiday. Football, family, food. Like I don't get it. I think it's a perfect marriage. Now,
And the
listen,
matchup is electric. And the
yeah,
matchup's electric.
the matchup's electric, absolutely. And Mahomes for sure will be back by then, even if he's not to start the year. And we'll see, and we'll speculate on that throughout the offseason. Now, we talked about it, DT. Those first 5 games are just really, really hard. They're really, really tough. A lot going on, and then that 5-game stretch that we're in right now is another really tough. It's going to test your mettle. And starting with the Chiefs on Thanksgiving, then you've got the Patriots in Foxborough, December 6th, 425. Another primetime game, semi-primetime game, man. Listen, it'll be game of the week on CBS. I don't know, man. I thought that we were better than them, and we don't need to talk about them anymore, but I thought we were better than them last year. I did. And I just can't stand that these fuckers not only beat us once on that white jersey night, but then they had the tiebreakers to go and take the division. Just fuck the Patriots, fuck Boston. Like, go play your first place schedule, and we'll see where you guys are standing by December 6th. Because I don't think you're going to be sitting pretty like you were last year. You were sitting pretty last year.
Straight up. And it reminds me of, teams that have like the great record without the score differential, and they didn't win. They had an easy schedule. They did win big games. They beat us. They did win big games down the stretch, but they had an easy schedule and took advantage. So yeah, they got the
5 fucking turnovers. Like, fuck.
They got the first place. They got the first place schedule now. We'll see. But this is right. I mean, this was great by the NFL to throw this in. This is going to mean a lot in this game, and it's probably for the division. This game. Let's be honest. It's probably for the division this game, and they know exactly. They throw it in, and it's for 425, and that's what they're anticipating at least. So that's where I'm at there. It's for the division. Treat it like it.
All right. We'll see. I'm not giving them any credit until they earn it. Now, again, 5-game stretch. It's tough. Thanksgiving, home against the Chiefs. Then you go to Foxborough. Then the next week, you've got another primetime game. DT is right. Every damn NFC team is in primetime. Monday night, Sunday night football. Yeah, Sunday night football against the Packers. And you've got to assume that Micah Parsons is going to be ready by then. You've got to assume that they'll have all their things ready to go in respect to their offensive weapons and love and stuff like that. If healthy, they can contend with the Rams. They can contend with the Seahawks. They are one of the premier teams in the NFC if healthy and everything goes together. I know the quarterback sometimes can get a little wonky, but I mean they're formidable. They're the Packers. Like and Micah Parsons takes them up to another level. We saw that shit happen like instantly last year after the Cowboys traded him. He made an immediate impact. So if he comes back from his knee injury, then obviously this will be a primetime matchup. It'll be great.
Well, Rob, if the NFL, this had obviously December written all over it. Buffalo, Green Bay, in Lambeau, Avi. I mean, there's so much going on this year. I would obviously love to get to Lambeau. It's a very rare occurrence. I think the Bills, as a history with like different international and different things, they've only been in Lambeau like the least amount of any other stadium ever. So it's something that. You want to get to. It's a historic ground for football, but not going to make it this year. Maybe in 8 years, we'll see. But if it's rigged, if the NFL's rigged, Rob, then the NFL owes the Bills the Super Bowl because we are giving them the entertainment of a lifetime in this schedule. Like you are seeing 17 of the boys against top tier teams in and out of it. The sequence you just went to where the whole world's going to be watching, eating their pie on Thanksgiving, to Bills Patriots. Oh shoot, 2 playoff teams going head to head in their division. Oh wait, to Sunday night ball against an historic Green Bay Packers and a Josh Allen primetime team coming in on Sunday. And that's just the start of what we're about to get into. Like the NFL owes us the ring, Rob. We are giving them like if you talk about making must see TV, and we're giving it to you each week of this on this schedule. This is crazy. Like this is crazy.
You ain't lying.
Roger Goodell is feasting more off the Bills than any other team this year.
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like Maximus in the ring. Like, are you not entertained? Like, I'm giving you everything. That I love that point for sure because, like I said, the Bills carry weight, and it's because of 17 and what he's able to do on the football field. Everybody wants to see him play, regardless if you like the Bills or not. He's must-see TV, as DT always says. Now, we'll back that up the following week, and it's on a Saturday. the last Saturday before Christmas. Get all your shopping done. The Bills will host the Chicago Bears. The self-proclaimed Iceman, which is such bullshit. But don't get me started on that. George Gervin is the only Iceman. Caleb Williams, their coach, comes down to town. Ben Johnson, DT, 8:20 Saturday, the last Saturday before Christmas. CBS is carrying it. That's again another banger right on that ass, like another banger, another banger, another banger.
To a budding team with another historic, fan base and franchise following it. And I love that 2 years ago or 3 years ago, the Bills Dolphins went all red
Okay.
game. Josh Allen dives for the 2-point conversion. They're
Yes.
shoveling
Yes.
out the field for Bass to kick
Yes.
the game winner.
Yes.
That's Saturday night.
Oh, okay.
And that's that week before Christmas,
Before
when they
Christmas, yeah.
flipped the holidays. And I always
Mhm.
thought that was a good slot. And I wanted that last year and we didn't get it. So I'm happy we're back in it. That's a good kind of feel, where it's right in that Christmas time. Oh, I do remember it was Christmas was like on a Thursday, and then that game was the Saturday after Christmas on a Thursday.
Ooh,
So
yeah.
everybody had
Okay.
like the Thursday, Friday, Bills Saturday, off Sunday. Like it was perfect. So
Perfect.
in
Mhm.
this case, you don't get as many days, but it's a Saturday night, so you still get the Sunday, and that's what everybody. It's a home game, against a cool up and coming team, another
Right.
NFC opponent. But I like this slot. I was pissed we didn't get into it last year at any point on the set. I like this Saturday. Around the holidays, college football's kind of winding down, or they're in the bowls, and
Right.
so it's not like you're missing big games. And
Right.
then you got a cool one with in Chicago. So I'm happy about this slot.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Now, as we begin to wrap up tonight, before we get to the tailgate report, and give our predictions, DT, I mean, back to the scene of the crime, back to the scene of the crime to end this little, again, Bills Mafia. You got a 5-game stretch to start the year, starting with the Texans, and that shit is going to be hard. 3-2, I promise you, 3-2 is great. 4-1. 3-2 is great. 4-1 is excellent. Obviously, 5-0 is like you picking the Bills to go 17-0. This next block, this 5 games that we're talking about ending with this last one, is that other block where, like, damn, 3-2, like, all right, we came out of this motherfucker. It was hard, like, but we came out of it okay. 4-1, excellent. 5-0 again is a dream scenario. Chiefs on Thanksgiving night. Patriots in Foxborough 425. Packers on Sunday night. Bears on Saturday night before Christmas. You will go back to the scene of the crime on the road. Don't know where Brandon Cooks is going to be playing for this team, but boy, you got to go back there. And it's funny because if it wasn't what now we've already talked about it, that McDermott did not get fired because he lost that game, but it doesn't matter because had he not gotten to the Super Bowl, he was probably getting fired anyway. But man, that was a shitty fucking loss, DT. We go back to Denver, 4:30 on Netflix on a Friday. And what would that date be? Christmas Day. DT. If people were bitching about Thanksgiving, they're really bitching about Christmas.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah.
but at least the fact that it's on the road kind of mitigates some of it. DT, once again, I'm the Grinch on Christmas. I don't like Christmas. I do it for the kids. This is I told Bobby the day this morning, I said, that's the only thing that can get me in a great mood on Christmas is the Bills. So I'm down with it, man. By 4:30, all presents should be open. And if you want to have your dinner at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock before kickoff, have at it. If you want to have it at a traditional 6 o'clock, then have at it. Do whatever you want to do. All presents should be open by 4:30, DT. Stop complaining.
Great.
Get down. Just get ready to watch the Bills, man. Denver, back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah,
I'm down.
we owe him
I'm
one.
down.
We owe
I'm
him
down.
one, and this
Damn right
is
we
the
owe him
first.
one.
I mean, we're used to Thanksgiving. That's three trips already on Thanksgiving. We built the Thanksgiving tailgate. Was one of the most beautiful things for the holiday with the Bills playing on Thanksgiving. This will be their fourth with Josh Allen, not fourth ever, but fourth with Josh Allen in this run. So now first Christmas, and again we're giving the NFL. Are you not entertained? We'll do it. Yep, sign us up. Who's next? We'll play them. Let's go. We owe them one. That's what I got to say. We'll see. This is deep into the season. A lot can be on the line for this game, and we owe them one. We owe them one. So I think it's the stakes are just as high. We're going to be used to in that primetime slot. We do have the Saturday, so technically, yes, it's a short week, but we're playing a day longer, so it's not that short of a week. It's basically a Monday night game. I like it. We'll see if old Saint Nick brings Bo some cold.
Yeah, I would be down with that for sure. As we wrap up the season, the Bills would be on the road for back-to-back weeks after the Broncos. Then we'd go back on the road to South Beach. We'll play our annual trip. It's awesome that it's January 3rd. Get a
Yeah.
chance for the
New
Buffalo
Year's. A New
Snowbirds.
Year's in
Yeah.
South Beach. Yeah.
Yeah, New Year's in South Beach. The Buffalo Snowbirds will welcome you down there. Elbow room, all of that type of stuff will
Yep.
be
Brian and
popping.
Shelly. Shout out Mom and Dad. Freshly Snowbird. I'm
Yes,
coming.
Mama,
I don't know if I'm
Mama
coming.
Rupsick and them
Yeah.
and Papa Rupsick are down there. So yeah, I mean it'll be fun. And what a way you hit it on the head. A lot of people will just go ahead and just make it a trip. We'll come on, we'll fly in on New Year's Eve, and we'll make it a trip. We're already off for work, you know what I mean. So that type of thing. So I expect a lot of Bills Mafia to show up down there in South Beach, January 3rd at 1:00. Now the final game is not determined in respect to the time, but we will close the season at the new Highmark Stadium against the Jets to finish out Week 18. 17 games. Always weird to say now. DT,
Yeah.
I'm gonna run through it before we get to the tailgate report and wrap up tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna let me get my notepad and see what
All right.
DT says.
I'm ready. I'm gonna be all right. All right.
No, it's got to be the initial reaction because the initial reaction is the best reaction.
Yes, sir.
So do it for the fans. We have, let's see. All right. Rapid fire. Texans.
Win. We owe them one. Got to open up with a win. Win.
Win for the Lions. Okay. Oh, that's the home opener. I mean, all right. Chargers.
Win. Mini bye week.
Home against the Pats.
Loss.
Oh, fuck you. On the road against the Rams.
Win.
Okay. Raiders.
Win.
Ravens.
Loss.
Ooh, okay. Vikings.
Win.
Jets.
Win.
Dolphins.
Double win.
You can only get one.
All right, one win.
Okay, no problem, Chiefs.
Let's go loss.
Ooh.
On Thanksgiving night.
Damn. All right. At least we already ate your dinner, so you're not that disappointed. You'll fall asleep fast. Patriots.
Win.
Packers.
Win.
DT, you son of a bitch, Bears.
Win.
I knew you were gonna do this. Broncos.
Win.
I knew you were gonna do this. All right, Dolphins.
Win.
And the Jets.
Win.
DT, in classic DT fashion, has predicted our Buffalo Bills to go 14-3. I'm not hating on you at all. It's so fucking funny because
Patriots, Ravens, Chiefs. Patriots, Ravens, Chiefs.
Yeah. When I looked at it last
even
night,
if you throw in Packers, Packers. I'll do 13-4. I'll do 13-4 with the Packers.
No, you did wrap
Just
it.
kidding.
Your
14-3.
rapid reaction was 14-3.
Well, I needed to get that Broncos game to be a win. So that's where I went with that.
I know it's just all based on emotion, and I love you so much for it. I looked at it last night, and I was like, I can't see less than 5. I can't see less than 5 losses. So I'll stick at 12-5. I think that should be good enough to win the division because, again, I am banking on the Patriots to regressing to the mean. I thought they were frauds last year with their schedule. So I'm sticking at 12-5 conservatively. I still think it gets a division and probably may not get you the 1 seed, but we'll deal with that and we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Now, as we begin to wrap up, the Nickel City Crew Tailgate Report is presented by Queen City Vintage. Listen, check out Queen City Vintage for all of your Buffalo Bills and Buffalo Sabres memorabilia, clothing. They've got all of the drip, as the kids say. They've got it all for you. Our buddies over there, Nick, Guy, they do a great job. They are right on Elmwood across from 40 Thieves. Check them out. They got a website. They got everything you want. But to get the true experience, go into the store. You've seen them plenty of times on social media. Shop around and spend some money, man. It's not a bad choice at all because they got all the gear you need. DT, the Tailgate Report. These damn Sabres, you see me with this hat, and they are, I mean, listen, I put it out on Twitter after they lost game 4. Wait, what is it? Game 3? Did they lose? What did we just play last night? Game 5?
Game 5.
So they lost. They won game 4, right? Yes.
Yeah.
After game 3, I was like, listen, on Twitter, I was like, what a great ride. It's been a lot of fun. Like I don't have anything bad to say about the season. congratulations to Lindy getting these guys to buy into his system and to play hard. It was fun while it lasted. And then I kind of put a caveat in there, like just to help Sabres hood out. I was like, listen, we probably would have got fucking destroyed by the Panthers, the Hurricanes, who haven't lost a game yet to start the playoffs. Listen, it's all good, great season. Then they had the fucking audacity to win that tough game 4 in Montreal, hostile crowd. And DT, I don't know, man. Last night was not good. We went to Al's. I took all the Kings with me from wing night. And then one of Quincy's teammates from the flag football team that I coach for Quincy right now. We play on Sundays. We appropriately named the Bills. I named them. I was like, they gave me like Browns or something. I emailed the guy. I'm like, we're the Bills. Okay. It's fucking it's fucking flag football for 6-year-olds. We're gonna be the Bills. I'm changing the name. And one of his teammates, his dad is from Canada, from Montreal, spent a lot of time in Toronto, which means he spent a lot of time in Buffalo. And then, I met him when I coached his son in basketball last season, and he was like, man, I listen to the podcast now, stuff like that. So I invited him out. He came out in full. I mean, he had the kids in Montreal gear. He had a jersey. His wife had a jersey. I was like, you motherfuckers are really like diehards. He's like, I'm diehard. So we had a good time. I did leave when it got 5-3. He's like, you're leaving? I'm like, it's a school night. It's a school night. So he was laughing and giving me shit about that. But DT, it didn't look good last night. I'm now past the hope stage. I'm just going to watch tomorrow night and I'll watch the game. If they win, I'm going to be obviously so happy and then juiced up for game 7. But I'm not expecting anything anymore, man. This has been a fun ride, though. It's been a fun ride.
It has. I mean, to be honest, it's been exhausting, but it's been fun. As we missed last week.
You're in the heart of the storm. Yeah,
we're in the height of it. It's Channel 7 Eyewitness News. Shout out last week, Nickel City Crew on the platform. We on the grid out here. So. That's something that it's been fun. It's rowdy, and it's Saberhood. It's the Buffalo vibe. It's been good, but the team's still good, Rob. The team is great. What our issue is, we're not getting any effort from our top guys, right? And that's where with the distance between and with Tage Thompson as a breakaway last night when it's a tie game to go up in your home crowd, and it's just what it is. So, but just like we talked, on Sunday when they get down, 2-1, then they come back, tie it 2-2. They tie it tomorrow. It comes back to game 7 in Buffalo. The first nice day in 8 months is going to be on Monday, and it could be game 7, there. So I'll take that all with the Blade game getting rowdy and, be down in the scene and see what can happen. But it's been awesome. It's been an awesome run. And I don't think we need to give up yet. We give up if we lose tomorrow, we give up. But right now, get going. It's a nice Saturday night game. Enjoy it.
I didn't tell anybody to give
up.
No,
I'm just saying in general, the vibe is the vibe is like, okay, we had our house money. Let's chill, and that's fine. But we can also we're a win away, which we've shown we can win. To go back home to game 7 in a 90-degree day on Monday afternoon in Buffalo. So. We'll see, but it's been good. It's been fun. I mean, the restaurants, the economy in Buffalo has been great. I'm glad you guys went to Al's. I can't wait to get back down there and get those. What is it? The Buffalo
garlic parm. Yeah,
Buffalo garlic parm. Bingo.
I had them last night.
Outstanding.
Yeah, sure.
So. The Has fans came out and they came out in Buffalo and they definitely come out in Montreal. Like let's go. If it does go to game 7, I'm calling out now Saberhood, Mafia, if you're in it, Nickel City Crew, if you're in Saberhood too. Monday night, you see these games in Montreal, that shit's off the chain. Like you want to talk, we're tough, we're good fans. You got something to do. You got something to do Monday night, game 7, if it gets to there. That's me calling y'all out. We got to step up our game if we want game 7, because that shit is incredible up there.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's been fun. And yes, that scene is crazy out there. Listen, so shout out to my boy Keith Jackson. I was mad last night and I did leave. You know what I mean? It was fine. We already ate. It was third period. Once they went down 6-3, I'm like, yo, man, I'm a 5-3. I'm like, I'm done. Like it's more fun for you than it is for me. I got to take all these babies home and get them showered. So it was all good, man. Listen. Shout out to DT as we close tonight. I met your buddy, Vinny Lamanna. And I met him organically on Facebook the other day. I told him I was going to give him a shout out. God, dog, man, he's a good dude, man. He's funny as hell. He's a good dude. He was making me laugh. I'm like, dude, I'm at work right now, man. Like, he got me laughing out loud. He's like, oh, man, I'm going to leave you alone, man. You go back to work. But it was funny interacting with him. So shout out to Vinny. We appreciate your support. He says he's a Steelers fan and listens to, like, he was like back in episode, he was back in season 5 or season 4 listening. I'm like, yo, man, those are the diehards. Those are the ones that I do the show for. Again, we appreciate all of you tonight. Over 350 DT on a TGIF. We started late. And you guys still picked us up. So we can't express enough how much we appreciate you guys for sure. Listen, out there, enjoy this weekend, man. Enjoy it. DT and I, now we're going to be back next week because I've got some shit to get off my chest before training camp, and I want DT's help on that. So we'll be back next week, and then we've got I'm just lining up guests for us, DT training camp, lining up guests all through training camp. So it should be a really fun summer. After next week, DT and I will take our customary break again, and we'll see you guys right before training camp. Listen, enjoy the weekend. Go Sabres, go Bills. DT, come on, man. I don't give a fuck how good Carolina is. Let me wear this hat next week for at least another 4 games. I'm down. Like, let me wear the hat. Give me a little bit more time, DT. Let's get this shit done. Game 7.
You get another weekend. You get another weekend. We'll see what happens in Game 7. But I think you see Game 7. We'll play our chips there. But let's see that hat next Friday. Let's rock and roll. Yay! Shout out Vid. Let's go. I love it. He got because of the Channel 7 Eyewitness. Saw the Nickel City podcast. He goes, "You got a podcast?" And that's on me for not telling him. Me and him go way back. Good dude. Him and his twin brother
stories,
Lucas.
So
he told
me some funny stories, man. It was funny, man.
Yep, he was at the he was a witness on the original the Das Boot. He was there right next to me. So that goes he goes in as an OG on the DT name, that's for sure. So let's go Birds. Thanks for the shout out, Vin. And let's rock and roll, baby. Game 7 at least.
All right. Listen, out there, spread love, not hate. These were my Bills thoughts said out loud. One final time as we enter the weekend. Hit them with a go Bills. Hit them with a go Sabres for good luck, DT.
Go Sabres, go Bills.
I love it.